Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. Before we get started on week 14, our week 14 matchup against the Minnesota Vikings, I just want to show you the playoff brackets. So we are the Toronto Huskies. We are the number one seed in this league, and so we're the number one seed for the AFC, so we get the first round bye. If we keep winning games, then we'll get the first round bye. So, and the Chicago Bears also have the first round bye for the NFC. So if playoffs ended today, the Las Vegas Raiders will be hosting the Cleveland Browns, the Tennessee Titans will be hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Baltimore Ravens will be hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Now for the NFC side, the Seattle Seahawks will be hosting the Minnesota Vikings. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be hosting the Atlanta Falcons, and the Philadelphia Eagles will be hosting the Carolina Panthers. So without a further ado, we'll see you at kickoff time in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Today, from Toronto, Canada, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Andy Dalton and the Toronto Huskies versus Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Alright, now it is kickoff time here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at Maple Leaf Stadium, as the Minnesota Vikings kick this off, and Joe Haden and the Toronto Huskies will be ready to return the kickoff. So he starts off the game with a really high positive note. Joe Haden returns it all the way into the end zone, and that is a touchdown here for the Huskies. So this is his 10th career kick return for a touchdown. This is really, really good how we're starting it off. This is a great way to start a football game. So now the Toronto Huskies are now leading it 7-0 here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We'll see you guys when we're on defense. All right, now 1st and 10, we're at the 31-yard line. We're going to blitz here on defense, as it's now going to be a 1st down and 10 from the 31. Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings are ready to throw the football, and he gets sacked by J.J. Watt, but the ball is out, and the Vikings have recovered J.J. Watt with his first sack of the football game here, as it's now going to be 2nd and 24 from the 18 here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the hometown of the rapper Drake. So now they're going to hand the football off to Dalvin Cook, and he only gained about 5 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 19 here for the Minnesota Vikings as they have possession of the football. So now he's ready to throw. Incomplete pass. This will result in a 4th and 19. So Minnesota has to punt this, and Jordan White will be ready to return here for the Toronto Huskies. Jordan White, he's ready to return the field now, and he's ready to run the field. He's going to get stopped, I got to say, around the 48-yard line. And we see Andy Dalton stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode. And so now we see Andy Dalton stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode. All right, now 1st and 10, we're at the 48-yard line. So Dalton, he's ready to throw the football. And I'm going to pass it to AJ Green there, and now he gets a juke move there, and he gets stopped at the 13 for a gain of 35-yard. That was a 35-yard reception. So now we're just going to run the football. We're just going to do a run play, so we're going to use that off form here. And now I'm thinking of using Frank Gore on this running play. So now this will be a 1st down and 10 from the 13 as I hand the ball off to Frank Gore, number 21. He runs this into the end zone from 7 yards out, and he gets a touchdown. First rushing touchdown of the game, the 2nd for Frank Gore on the season, and it's now going to be 14-0, and he wins that tug-of-war celebration there against his teammates. So we will see you guys when we're on defense. All right, anyway, now it's 3rd and 16. They're at the 25-yard line. So now Kirk Cousins, he does not want to get sacked, but unfortunately he does by CJ Mosley there, and it's now 4th and 28. They're at the 13-yard line, and we're gonna be ready to return the punt now. We got Jordan White as our return man, one of the safeties on this football team. So I'm just gonna do a fair catch here for Toronto. So I'm just gonna do a fair catch, and we are down around the 35-yard line. So now we're gonna use the I form here. We're gonna do a running play, and Frank Gore will be our running back. So now Andy Dalton hands the football off to Frank Gore, and he uses a juke move there, and he does get stopped at the 48-yard line. 2 rushes, 30 yards, and 1 touchdown in this game. And now we're at the 48-yard line. This is still 1st and 10. And now Dalton is going to hand the ball to Frank Gore. And he's going to break tackles along the way, and he will get stopped at the 33. So we'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, now this is 14-0 here in Toronto. So now 2nd and 5, beginning of the second quarter. So Andy Dalton, he's ready to throw the football there, and he passes it to Rob Gronkowski, the former tight end of the New England Patriots. So now we're going to do a 1st-down-and-10. We're still going to use that passing play we just recently did. And now we're at the 18. I'm thinking about throwing it to Gronk. And we actually get the touchdown. And now this will be Gronk's first receiving touchdown of the game. 14th on the season. And he's doing that little riding on the bus celebration there. And now this is going to be a 21-0 lead, as the pass was deflected, and luckily he caught that football just in time. And he got 6 points, so now it will be 21-0, and we'll see you guys when we're on defense. All right, now this is 1st and 10. They're at the middle of the field, down at the 50-yard line, and now they're going to throw the football intended for Kyle Rudolph, but that is going to be an incomplete pass. So now this is going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line, as the Vikings are ready to throw the football, and the Huskies play defense, and apparently the ball is out. So with Toronto, Preston Smith there got that fumble recovery. So apparently this will be Minnesota's first turnover of this football game. And now Andy Dalton is going to hand the football off to Frank Gore. And by the way, Mosley got his 8th sack of the season. And now this is going to be a 1st-down-and-10 from the 26-yard line, as we're going to play some offense here. And now Andy Dalton, he's going to hand the football off to Frank Gore, and he will get stopped at the 22. We'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, now this will be a 1st-and-10 from the 15. Frank Gore is ready to run the football, hopefully to get his 2nd touchdown of the game. And he does get that 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And now we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion, and it will be 29-0 here in Toronto. We'll see you guys when we're on defense. All right, now this is going to be a 1st-and-10. They're at the 34-yard line. By the way, we did not attempt a 2-point conversion. I just decided to go for a field goal anyway. And now Kirk Cousins, he gets sacked once more. And Trevor Greensburg actually made that fumble recovery. So now Toronto gets another takeaway, and Minnesota suffers their 2nd turnover in this football game. So now Andy Dalton hands the football off to Frank Gore, and Frank Gore is going to jump on into the end zone again. So now that will be his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, and we're officially going to do a 2-point conversion, and we're going to take a break. Okay, now the Minnesota Vikings are attempting a field goal attempt here, and if they make it, and they do, they'll get 3 points, and it's now a 36-3 lead here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So now this is the beginning of the second half here in Maple Leaf Stadium in the rapper Drake's hometown of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as the Minnesota Vikings return, and they will get stopped at the 32-yard line. And now this will be a 1st-and-10, as we're going to blitz here on the defense. So now first down and 10 from the 32. So now Minnesota, they're going to throw the football there. That's going to be an incomplete pass. So now this will be a second down and 10. So we're going to blitz on the defense. So they're at the 32-yard line. And they're going to hand the football off to Dalvin Cook as he gets the first down. Hopefully, he'll get the first touchdown for the Vikings. So he's one of the best running backs in this league, I'd have to say. I mean, he has ran over 500 yards this season, I'd have to admit. And this is now first and 10, and J.J. Watt strips the ball, and C.J. Mosley, he's going to return it all the way to the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Huskies. And I believe J.J. Watt got his 12th sack of the year, and the Huskies and the Vikings have their third turnover of this game. First one returned for a touchdown. So we're going to take a break after the PAT. So he's going to attempt the PAT here, and it's good. So the Toronto Huskies lead it 43-3 here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So we're going to take a break. We'll see you guys when we're back on offense. All right, now this is first and 10. Andy Dalton, he's ready to throw the football. He's going to pass it to Jason Witten, and he will get stopped at the 1. 4 for 4, 78 yards in this game. So now first and goal. Le'Veon Bell is our running back. We're going to hand the ball off to him, and he jumps on it to the end zone. That is a touchdown here for the Toronto Huskies, and the Huskies lead it 50-3 here in Toronto. So we'll see you guys when we're on defense. All right, now first and 12 from the 33. They hand the football off to Dalvin Cook, and he gets stopped there. And now this is going to be a second and 9. He gained 3 yards there on that play. So second and 9 from the 36. He throws the football. The pass is deflected, incomplete. So now this will be a third and 9. So third down and 9 now here for the Vikings. And question is, will they get a first down? No, they don't. And Trevor Williams gets that INT, the former San Diego Chargers secondary made that INT, and so they're winning. So Huskies are winning it, and we're going to use the HB drive. Minnesota got their 5th turnover in this game, and it's only 1:27 left in the third quarter. So now I'm going to hand the ball off to Frank Gore. He does a juke move there, and he gets stopped at the 40. 10 rushes, 127 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. And now we're going to use the power O run play on first and 10 from the 40. We're going to hand the ball off to Frank Gore, and he's going to run it, and he will get stopped at the 33. So he has 133 rushing yards in this game impressively. So we're going to use the HB run toss on second down at 4. So now Andy Dalton hands the football off to him, and he does a juke move there, and he does get stopped at the 27. 12 rushes, 139 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Frank Gore. He will likely win AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So now Dalton hands the football off to Frank Gore, and he breaks 1 tackle along the way, and he gets stopped at the 8. And now this will be a first and goal from the 8-yard line. This ends the third quarter, by the way. So the Toronto Huskies are leading at 50-3 here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So now we're going to use the halfback toss run play on first and goal. So now we're going to use first and goal. We're going to run it in. So Frank Gore does get stopped at the 5-yard line. Second and goal now. We're going to use the HB drive. And Andy Dalton hands the football off to Frank Gore. And does he get this into the end zone? Yes, he does. And this will be his 4th rushing touchdown of the game. And it will now, we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. And if we make that, it will be 58-0. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll see you guys when we're back on offense. Trevor Williams got his second INT of this football game. And now the Vikings turn it over for a sixth time. So now the juke there by Frank Gore. 16 rushes, 181 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the day. So now this will be a 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Andy Dalton ready to hand the football off to Frank Gore. He uses a juke move there, and he gets stopped at the 17. He has over 200 yards in this football game, and we have 304 offensively total. So, with that being said, we're going to likely win this game because of Frank Gore's talent on the gridiron today. And yes, they do call it gridiron in Canada. So Michael Pierce is down and hurt for the Vikings defense. We're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys. Well, I may as well not take a break. If we get a touchdown on this drive, then we'll be taking a break. I hand the football off to Frank Gore, and he gets us into the end zone. That is a touchdown. And this will be his 5th rushing touchdown of the game, and it's now a 64-3. It will be 65 since we will make that PAT. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll see you guys when we're back on offense. All right, now this is going to be a 4th and 1. We're going to convert on 4th down, so I'm just going to do a run play on 4th and 1, and we are at the 9-yard line. So we should be able to get this 1st down, and we do. So Frank Gore, 20 rushes, 228 yards. So if he gains 2 more yards, he'll have at least over, I'd say, 230, and he jumps on into the end zone for a touchdown. 6th rushing touchdown in this game. That is impressive. So now we're going to attempt the PAT, and we'll see you guys when we are on defense. Only 45 seconds left. Oh, the fumble recovery is on. So J.J. Watt recovers, and somebody's down and hurt for Minnesota. So now this is going to be a 1st and 10. We're going to use a curls pass play. Minnesota with their 8th turnover in this football game. What happened to them today is the real question. What happened to them? So Andy Dalton, 85 yards and 1 touchdown, passing touchdown, and Gronk scored the only passing touchdown in this game. The others, though, were defensively, kickoff returns, and they were actually more running plays. There was a fumble recovery for a touchdown, if you guys remember, from the very beginning of the game. And now there is going to be a 1st and 10. I'm going to throw it, and it's incomplete. So we got one final snap before the game is over, and we will claim our 12th win of the season. And we don't make it quite into the end zone, but I'm just so thankful that we got that 72-3 win over the Minnesota Vikings, whom we could possibly face in the Super Bowl. So 72-3 is your final score. All I want to say is thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you at statistics. All right, Andy Dalton, 145.8 passer rating, 7 out of 10 there, 129 yards and 1 touchdown on the day. Kirk Cousins, 7.7. That's the lowest I've ever seen for a quarterback pass rating. 7 out of 19 there, 2 yards, and he left the game early, I believe, with a shoulder injury. Frank Gore, 21 rushes, 234 yards, and 6 touchdowns, 15 broken tackles on the day. That is impressive. Rob Gronkowski, 5 receptions, 80 yards, and 1 touchdown. That was Toronto's only offensive touchdown. C.J. Mosley had 3 sacks. Cam Jordan had 2 sacks. J.J. Watt had 2 sacks. And Kenny Clark had 1 sack. So Trevor Williams had 2 INTs there. Fumble recoveries, Preston Smith had 2, Trevor Greensburg, Ryan Polamalu, C.J. Mosley, and J.J. Watt all had 1, but the only one who scored a touchdown was Mosley. So, kick return, you guys saw this from the very beginning of the game, 98 yards from Joe Haden, and scored that 1 touchdown. So, all I want to say, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay tuned for more content in the near future, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.